and your life.
Okay.
Yeah, bro, you're literally fired. You had one job. What's going on,
Let's get
everybody? We are here for episode 2 of Don't You Know podcast. Got a special guest, Walker Stevens, the CEO of EKKO Energy, and of course, Josh. But yo, for real, thanks for hopping on the show. So real talk, the show is literally just a platform for other entrepreneurs, business owners to really talk about your business, how you got into the business, talk about your struggles or some of the things that not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur and can't pull that trigger. So what are the mindset things that make you pull the trigger and stuff like that. So we're just gonna break down into that. If you have any other questions?
No, I'm ready to jump into it, man. First, I met Walker.
Okay.
And extremely super nice guy, and that's kind of how I got into it.
Yep.
That was how you got into it.
So EKKO Energy kind of started off as just an idea for a brand in general. There was no energy drink itself involved. It started as a t-shirt brand, but it seemed kind of ridiculous. It seemed like a waste of time. How am I going to compete with, I was thinking like Gucci, how am I going to compete? So actually, we started when I was working at the railroad. I met my business partner at the railroad. We were in training together, and he heard me talking to somebody else. I was having a conversation about starting a business. This is where the entrepreneur comes out. Is I get frustrated working for other people because I feel like I hit a limit, and after you hit that limit, they kind of control how fast you can progress. But there's no barrier when you're selling a product yourself. It's as much as you want to put into it. It's nobody's telling you you can work this much or not. There's no hour cap to how much I can put into this.
Right.
So it definitely interests me more with especially how much natural energy I have now. I have energy drinks. Oh my gosh, makes me go crazy.
And I just want to say I am a subscriber to these. I love these. I bought a case from you. Brought them into the office. The boys, they all love it.
That's great to hear. I'm not surprised everyone loves that. I've only had one person say they didn't like it. It was just the flavor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just they just find it grapefruit first. But otherwise, I've had no negative comments. Yeah.
So let's break it down. What is EKKO Energy?
We kind of wanted to go for a very simple formula. It's similar to Red Bull's formula, but we focused on blood circulation. So when you're looking at caffeine as a chemical in your body, if you add any sugar in there, it kind of cancels out the caffeine because they're going to fight each other in your body, causing exhaustion really quickly. Okay. So, the no sugar, no calories is a must. And then the simplicity with the citrulline is the chemical that we use, or ingredient I should say, that we use to kind of get that blood flow going. But we also have electrolytes in there, so not to dehydrate you from caffeine. Caffeine actually dehydrates you. And one of the problems I have with the basic energy drink is it really upsets my stomach, especially if I'm drinking it before I go to work and I'm moving around a lot, or let's say I go to the gym and I'm doing leg day, I can't be feeling bloated while I'm trying to while I'm trying to do my leg press, I'm not going to be gassy. I got my headphones on, so I'm cool, but everyone else is gonna be what is what's going on with that guy? So that's why the carbonation's a little lower than your standard energy drink, and some people have a problem with that, but after you mix a couple, it's kind of used to it.
I like it.
I feel like carbonation is such a punch in the face. It's too much,
Like you said.
Yeah, shaky or unsettled. That's why I totally believe that my energy drink is on one of the top 2 lists. Sure. Not based on recognition, but based off the quality of the drink itself. I could say I argue next to Celsius. Not claiming to be a vitamin drink. Mine is just energy drink. There's no, there's ECAs in there, so that it does give you some type of clarity, focus, ginseng as well. But the main focus is just energy. And making sure that it flows through your body properly, not causing exhaustion. We really worked on making sure that you don't get that crash again. The jitters are a big problem. I can't remember what the jitters in there that prevents jitters.
while you're looking at that,
Yeah.
so when really kicked it off, your side has the same type of energy drink, has the same type of
Yep.
and then you met your business partner. Then who came up with this? I don't know if they can see that, but it's a bear eating the energy. Whose idea was that? Where did it come from?
So my favorite animal is a bear. Of course, it's you can't see my sleeve, but my entire sleeve, finger to shoulder, is all Minnesota nature. So that's why I kind of went with the same concept as the bear idea. And inviting down on the energy was, I have a very rough draft from what we started a year and a half ago. Very rough draft where I just wanted the concept where I thought the logo would be cool, where it's not, compared to Monster where it's just an M, or you have Bang, just a B. I was like, no, we should go with the bear should be eating the energy, like you want to consume this drink, like that. I feel like, I feel like it's such a, play for the bear to be, biting onto the energy, on the can, you know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah, the logo's my favorite part.
The vibes.
Now, is this the original shirt idea too? So you had a ton of shirts.
Well, we have this one, and then we have this sweatshirt. We're working on custom design shirts and stuff right now, but that takes a lot of time too, because I'm not the greatest.
I think it's different, man. Look at that.
This is my
And
favorite
it's
sweatshirt.
horrible bear. Now, can people buy this?
It's not currently available online. We only have one out of 50 of them just to try and test. And then after we sold out, it became some. So I was like, now we're trying to work on t-shirts. But after we worked on the t-shirts and the drink at the same time. Sweatshirts and the drink at the same time. So after the drink came out, kind of laid back on the idea of clothing just because I wanted to focus on the drink so much. Because that's what we are, energy drink company. Of course, we want your merch and stuff, but it's only me and him. Like there's a lot of responsibility between the two of us, and he focuses a lot on going to events and he focuses a lot on promoting. I'm kind of more mechanical. He came up with the ingredients list himself. I'm the one that ordered everything. Got it shipped to the manufacturer, got it all made.
You
the
have
point
a
where-
connection.
yeah.
You don't know yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
justified.
No.
Again, look at the bear. Without the bear, you don't have that.
Yeah.
But okay, so then going to events, that kind of how helpful, or what advice would you have to other beverage industry? What obstacles did you put the person face?
So when we did our first event, it was at Washington County Fairgrounds, I believe. It was that food truck fair. The Stillwater Food Fair. Yeah, that was our
This
first.
year?
Yes. That was the first
That
event.
was crazy.
Yeah, that was the first event that we went to.
So this is, again, keep in mind, this is all within 1 year.
Yeah.
And this year started.
I mean, I've only had the drink since February this year.
Shut up.
Yeah, we started the company in July of last year.
Momentum is
Yeah.
real.
Dedication. And
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to say. But,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so first struggle was what?
Yep. And then, so Washington County Fair. What was the biggest struggle?
Probably one of the biggest struggles was explaining why the drink is different to so many people, because I didn't have it on a poster. I was answering questions initially. It was a lot. It was tedious. I felt like sometimes it just would leave my brain because I've said it so many times. I was like, why do I even have to say it? Shouldn't everyone know it? I said it 1,000 times. You know what I mean? Like, it just gets to that point where it's like, how does everyone can't read my mind. But like it gets to a point where it feels like that, and it just drives me nuts. And some people are skeptical, of course, because it's a new drink. It's not like that's shirt or something you can see or not see, but you have to taste it. You'll be able to tell, like.
Oh yeah.
So it's really hard to advertise it as, and you have to try it first. But I promise you'll like it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's something where you have to trust me, bro. You know what I mean?
I mean, I have a suggestion.
Yes, of course. I'll take any.
Some like shredded dude, a tray of just little sample shots of it, walking around.
Actually,
Around the gym. There you go.
You got connected at my time? Or like any of the
no,
gyms you work out?
we gotta crunch them right now.
All right,
Okay.
I guess I'll do it. I'll
Yeah.
pop the shirt off.
But like, I
I'll
mean,
do
there
that.
maybe some they have days where they have other like people bringing in pre-workout shots, like sample days?
I am not. I haven't looked too much into it yet because he was the one that told me that I should start going to my gym and try to advertise it. But
100%.
I recently just was in the hospital for a couple of days for a stomach issue, so I
Not related to the drink.
Not related to the drink. It's acid reflux from when I was done. For sure. Yeah, it's coming back up now.
Right now?
No, yeah, just saying. I mean, I'm
Okay.
Anyway, so the county fair, you got tired of using this level. Obviously, you hadn't
Oh yeah, no, we probably sold around 600 cans or so. I want to say, which is pretty good. I mean, we brought a lot more than that, cans, but that's about how many we sold. We did have free samples, like so Matthew was down there, hand out free samples and selling it. If they were interested. Some people would buy it straight all right, but some people wanted, first they try it, it's like $3 for a drink that they don't like, so we handed out a lot of free samples. I feel like I had to sample 2,000 people, but only sold 600. It's not a big deal, but
but I mean, at the same time, that's a good ratio. Which is a good way to learn your numbers.
well, people were getting like the comments I was getting, even just from the samples, is worth so much to me because people like it, but the reason they didn't buy it on the spot is because who wants to carry it around the fair all day? Whether it's a couple cans or like we were selling cases, 4 cases or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not a bag. We didn't have bags. Like that was our first mistake. We didn't bring like those grocery bags. I was so mad at myself.
But I mean, that's a great learning experience right there.
I got so many ideas for post boards because a lot of the questions were what's in it. And again, where that repetition comes, where I didn't plan ahead and make a big board that says, "Don't ask me this question." Just
know,
this.
you didn't like think about it.
No, it was our first. No, it was our first event.
Yeah, and your focus is on fine.
Yep.
Only focus on the product. I want the product. And if you obviously put that counter like, why can't I post?
Right.
It's like you learn immediately and going through the next multiple other pop-ups and fairs, other.
Yeah, that's been our biggest rate of success because if you're in the space, we're right there. Selling a drink online is very it's very like defeating just because who's gonna buy it if you haven't tried it yet, or there isn't enough behind it yet for you to be like, yes, I trust that this could be good for me. Like I want to try this. So not only are we working on selling through Amazon, right? Okay, so we're working on selling through Amazon. We just started getting the shop open and stuff. Something I want to do right now, we only sell in cases of 12 through the website, EKKOEnergy.com. Right now, I'm working on selling individual cans. So just for $3, you can order it, and instead of shipping it out through a 3PL or Amazon, I want to ship it out. It's just more cost effective, and I feel like if people want to sample it, I'm happy to send you a sample. Introduce the drink. Yeah. I want to introduce you to the drink. I want to send out samples because it's a $3 test instead of what is it, $20 now? Yeah. So I feel like it's going to be a way better method to get people's hands on it without having to spend $30 on something that if you don't like it.
And honestly, when you first showed me the case and everything, showed me the drink, I was skeptical. And I was honest with you. It's like, hey, I'll try it, but I'll like it if I don't like it.
Right.
But no, I mean, I loved it immediately. Brought it in. I wanted to, as you all know, fighting. I wanted to get on his sponsorship, and so that when he was fighting, right that way. But we all loved it.
Well, that's great to hear. I'm really excited about it. I love hearing that people enjoy the drink. It makes me keep going, I would say. Because, I haven't really ran into a barrier where people haven't liked it. The only barrier has been myself so far.
Well, you mentioned also something like the flavor. There might be a couple other flavors.
Yes. So we are very close to. We have 2 new flavors coming out: mango honey, a big fan favorite. I probably had 10 fill-up sample cans I handed out. I'm getting harassed. I can't make it fast enough.
No, you don't need to give us any details, but it's the logo going to change based off
Is the can staying the same, or
Yes,
is
so the
it?
can will stay the same. I'll try to show or point as best I can. The bear is the exact same. The color scheme will change, and as well as the background. So
That's exciting.
I'll tell you a little about the can without actually showing it yet because we're still working on that. There are two designs. But for example, the mango honey flavor is called EKKO Swarm, and it's based around bees. So it's going to be a yellow can, and the whole background is kind of a hexagon, yellow hexagon with the bees and the honey.
That's
dripping.
sick. Now, can you get texture? I don't know.
That's what we're working on as well. So
Like
with,
like a monster logo kind of deal.
Well, we already had it better. But this is your artwork too, right?
So it's rough drafted, and I send it into a design team, and they kind of touch it up, make it AI format for the printing company and stuff like that. They do all their sizes and stuff, just because I can do Adobe Illustrator.
There's so much.
I wanted to ask you before we move on into that. You mentioned that you go to Canada, stuff like that. For those who are again, help with somebody that has
Sure. A lot of it's just general conversation. I would compare it to trying to find a date, where you are just going out and starting conversations based off your general interest until someone grabs. You know what I mean? Like I've gotten so many no's, even with the manufacturer, the supplier for ingredients. Like so many people said no to like, you know what I mean? That was another one of the biggest struggles with suppliers, suppliers and stuff. And that's just general conversation. Like I wouldn't have found my manufacturer without the people that formulated the drink for me. Actually, they helped me find a manufacturer that would make it for me. So it's like there's a lot. Like I'd say the biggest part of getting anywhere is just conversation, and it helps to know somebody.
the only way to get to know somebody.
Yeah, you gotta ask questions. Like I love asking questions. I have no problem with it. People say no to me, I don't care. Someone will say yes eventually. What if I just keep asking? Yeah.
What we do.
That is it.
90% is no, but that 10% is yes.
That 10% feels good.
You know,
Great.
Yeah, nobody cares about that 90. That 10, keep going.
Okay, well that's what's up. So, what is the future like? Say, end of the year.
End of the year, I'm hoping to have the two new flavors out by the end of the year at least. Like I said, they should. We expect to drop them both at the same time and add them to the website. We're also going to kind of change the website. We're trying to integrate the colors because the color scheme of the mango honey one is yellow. It's basically yellow and black. Now the mixed berry can is called EKKO Valley, and this one is surrounded, all based on berries. Like the entire background is berries, and leaves are everywhere. So I wanted to make each can unique and very good. Like even this can, I kind of redid the entire design of the can. So after these original cans are out of stock, new design will start coming out.
So that's kind of how you do it.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yep. Yeah, because like you said, where I was focusing on the drink so hard that I kind of missed crucial, steps. Something as simple as infographics, I forgot, right? Just big, bold, this is how much caffeine you're getting, this is what's in it, that. I don't see that on yet.
The QR code.
And does that bring it to your website?
Yep. The QR code goes directly to our website.
I think that is, you don't see that on cans. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Oh, are there?
There's a
Okay.
couple that started doing it, but it's definitely something
It's
that's
creative.
brand new.
Rental starter.
But like for real, like I mean, all you have to do is like you can really check it out. Just like
Yeah, we tested it, and the QR code works. You scan it, and it takes you right to our website.
Which I
That's-
did.
Yeah.
Because when I first got it, then I was looking at the website had it and everything. But then it has all the benefits.
Oh yeah, if you go to our website, it lists the essential ingredients, why they're in there, what they do.
They really
You
broke
know,
it down.
I really wanted to break down the drink as it's simple and it does its job. You know, that's what I saw.
EKKO Energy.
Oh,
EKKO Energy
man,
drinks.
Well, we were going to do
.com.
EKKOenergy.com, but we wanted to,
No,
because,
let
of,
people
because,
know.
of because of the
Well-
name of the drinks is changing, we didn't want to do EKKO Energy for everything. So we
Makes
just,
sense. Yeah.
we were actually thinking about, I don't know if this is the best way to word it, hydration pills. Basically, electrolyte pills would just be filled with potassium, sodium, and magnesium.
Go.
Do it.
I would be all over that. Especially like during like training camp and stuff like that, like hydration.
Well, yeah, and I think of
People crack it open and on the bottom of the lid. And
that's not a bad idea. But I kind of had that hydration pill idea because you want to get hydrated. Sometimes pushing in the mouth isn't enough.
Which I learned from
you need to
him.
take, yeah,
I
you need
had
to take
no
a pill.
idea.
Like I figure if you take a pill, then when I'm at the gym and I'm trying to get hydrated, I don't get bloated. Again, that bloating problem just drives me nuts when I'm in the gym. It makes me want to stop almost. But
Yeah.
anyone's like, why am I even here? I just feel fat.
Feel
You know?
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back a little bit, apparently if you swish water in your mouth, you know this, swish water in your mouth, it hydrates.
It
Absorbs-
hydrates you quicker than
absorbs through your
drinking.
gums.
Yeah, it hydrates you quicker than drinking. And it it avoids bloating, which is very useful, especially that's why they do it in sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Football, football. Yeah, well, it's crucial to stay hydrated, but you only almost so much water.
Okay. So, yeah, now let's talk about expanding. You are actually
Yep. So we are in a couple.
and again, this
local
is all
stores.
this is insane growth at a very fast pace. So that's why we're excited to have Walker here. So go ahead. Sorry.
We're in a couple local stores in North Dakota. We just had a meeting with holiday stores. We're kind of working, they're coming pretty close to the gas station. We're getting pretty close on working with them, getting our drinks in there. They're interested in doing a sample run or a test run, they said, after our 2 new flavors come out. So that's pretty exciting. That's where, again, just asking questions. What is it called? Connections, contact, what is it called? Networking.
Networking.
Yeah, so basically they told me I need to network with distributors in order for them to test my drink. They want me to do the legwork. And then of course.
They're established.
Well, yeah, because it's
You
my
need
it's my
to
drink.
back
I need
up,
to. Yeah.
That's why, getting the word out, getting on podcast, like we talk about social media, which is huge, especially with the type of program.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Everything for
Social media is everything.
So again, like
Can you sell your drinks on Facebook?
We have not set it up to sell to Facebook. I did just become aware that there's a TikTok store now.
Yeah.
So we're working on that as
Pretty
well.
sure you can sell them on Facebook, TikTok,
Yep.
and your
We
Instagram.
got Instagram stores too.
Mhm.
can't you link up with like someone person that I think do that?
I was gonna say because I go through 3PL, I wonder if I could just give them access to all of my stores and they can take orders from all of them. Like, that would be very convenient, so I don't have to pay for new systems that are terrible.
I mean, and you're the type of person who wants to help. Wants to help you understand how to go. You and I were talking. Yeah. I was talking about real estate. You're very free. You want that. You were very open to it. You're not so. You don't like trying to sell people on something.
Yeah,
You
really
want
don't.
it,
Yeah.
But you don't have to sell it. And then
Right,
I was
yeah.
trying to tell you,
That's why I'm
you
just trying to get it out there.
Yeah.
Because I just need to get it in your face, you try it, I don't even have to say anything. Like just
The
look at the
product
can,
doesn't
taste the
sell.
can, taste the drink, and then feel the function. I've formulated the way it is for me. It's simple.
So what is kind of piggybacking off of your question, 5 years from now, where's that going? Where do you want it to be?
5 years, right?
5 years?
5 years, eh?
Tomorrow. 5 years, obviously we want to focus on new flavors, new products such as silly things like hydrogen cells, snacks are always a good go-to. My biggest interest actually is another big thing that our company is interested in is giving back to the environment, nature, of course. So on our can, on our website, it clearly states that a portion of all our proceeds is going to forests and animal sanctuaries because, like I said, I'm very interested in Minnesota nature itself, but all of it's important, of course. So it's something where I want to move into exotics eventually. That's what I would see my 5-year plan being, is now participating in donating to exotic animal protection, stuff like that, in the exotic sanctuary. Not just USA,
But that's what your favorite exotic animal.
I have to go to koalas. Koalas? Okay. Why koalas? It's just another version of that.
The cuddly best friend.
I do want you to read the
You want me to read it out loud?
I want to help you.
Oh, it's fair.
Oh.
Okay, it says on the can, and the font will be different. It says, "Want to be a part of something bigger. While our goal is to be the healthiest, best tasting energy-filled beverage, we also strive to make the world a better place by buying this drink. You are participating in a movement to help animals and forests. We are proud to say a portion of all proceeds is donated to animal and forest sanctuaries. Please remember to recycle and enjoy."
These are not just all talking people. That's why I wanted you to read it.
Right.
Because you were talking about saving.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's on every can.
It's on every can. It's on our website. It's on every can, and
I see it every time I throw it in the trash.
Oh my god!
I was like, dang, bro, you about to get beat up. Dude, that is super cool. I got it. Is there something I got? I think that is super cool. I'm a big.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my interests. Another 5-year goal. What was I trying to say? Oh, so another big reason I wanted to become an entrepreneur is because I have craved to be one of those streamers. Play games, you watch them play games, streamers, and stuff. So I thought, instead of becoming one, why don't I become something bigger and that can help them? So that's why I figured the energy drink is a great idea for me to start reaching out to Twitch streamers and start sponsoring them. Give them the paycheck so they can keep doing what they're doing. It's not, as long as they're entertaining, bringing in, views and stuff like that. Obviously, there's some kind of criteria, but it's my thought to not just go for the big guys, like those Ninja and stuff like that. Like I don't want to go hop on their boat and but it's totally my interest to find the small, the thousands of guys and be like, hey, I'd love to help you out and sponsor you so you can keep doing what you're doing. Like here's a drink.
Yeah, you're helping them. You're bringing them.
Yeah, I want to help them and right.
Like everyone else is.
Right.
So on the topic of sponsorship, just so people know, like who would you sponsor? Like there's a gamer, athletes, like what kind, like who would you looking for? No, like let's say
what type of
what type of what
okay, so
industry wise.
The first big one is gaming. All gamers drink energy drinks. You gotta stay up all night. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's part of the process.
Oh my god.
Timmy's a big gamer.
It's okay, so am I. That's why I need to drink. Fuel myself. When it comes to sports and things like that, I haven't really thought too much into what kind, like a specific sport. More as in, I want to meet the person. It's going to be more about the person rather than what sport they play or what activity they do. Because I want to sponsor even people such as like singers. Or if you're an environmental photographer and your job is to go out and take pictures of the dog animals, I'd love to sponsor you. I'd love to sponsor you if you're put me on your website. Simple stuff like that. Where if you're starting out, then I want to focus on the smaller guys to help them.
It's all about that collaboration. You have that kind of mindset where you want to collaborate with everybody. Your business scales on a whole other level.
Yeah, I've never envisioned myself this way, honestly. If anything, I just want to build up next to them. You know, I'm not trying to claim that I'm not trying to claim that anybody else is terrible compared to me. I just think I created something good, and I feel like I can make a lot of people.
No, but like that's the truth. You know, like you are proud and confident of the product that you make, and you know that it is a clean product that helps people, and you know you're trying to help. As an entrepreneur yourself, you're trying to help other entrepreneurs still chase their thing. As a gamer, to have a sponsor like that sponsored energy thing, like that sounds good. That
Right.
looks good. Right. You know, that makes them feel good. Like, you know, that like that's what it's about.
Right.
Right there. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I
if
admire.
it's their dream, I had the ability to chase my dream through conversation. What if I wanted to start a conversation with someone that's still chasing theirs below me? You know, like what? I feel like everyone just looks up instead of like who. Right. Everybody. I think there's so much opportunity to. Because of course, if they grow, I'm going to grow too. You know, obviously, there's a little selfishness in there of my business growing.
I mean, that's like I think that's the entrepreneur.
Right. So I think of the word selfish, but it's very light.
No, for sure. You have to be selfish on terms to be an entrepreneur, otherwise you know.
Right. Yeah, there was some type of I want this opportunity for myself.
And that's exactly the thing that brings you into entrepreneurship. You are more of an entrepreneur than both.
Right. You're gonna be stuck in that 9 to 5, you know. And
Nothing wrong
but
with
like that's the thing, like that's where so many people get stuck, where they don't want to take that risk.
Oh, it's a huge risk. So it's definitely something that you have to plan out. You know,
Like yeah, so
it's not something
that
I decided
work?
overnight. That's why like we've been in business we started the business July of last year. Then we started some of the things in February. It took that long before we took that like we dumped the money into it. You know, it took a long time for us to have a comfort, like have it comfortably on paper. It took months before I finally pulled the trigger and said, "Let's take the thing." You know, so it's definitely it's not a fast process. I'd say that's another complication is doing it every day, very rough. Sometimes you need a lot of people maybe. Sometimes stuff gets hard.
business.
Yes.
So for wrapping up here, what is the rest of the year look like? How can people connect with you? Like say like people watch this right now and there's a gamer that watched it or an athlete or somebody that wants to collaborate. Like what's the best way that they can get a hold?
Trying to think. I don't know if my phone number is. There is our email. So there is a support email. It's just labeled support for a general label, but it goes straight to me. If you want to go to our website, EKKOEnergyDrink.com, and reach out to that email, it'll go directly to me. I will be the one responding. There's no one in India working for me, so it's like every type of contact info that I hand out goes straight to me and my business partner. If it goes to him, he'll relay it to me. Gotcha. We're very quick on answering. I don't like to waste people's time or have them sit there and wonder, did they get this? Of course I got it. They sent it to me. So, but they respond,
Cool. Okay. And then the last question I asked like you, but what does the rest of your year look like?
The rest of my year is definitely focusing on the profession and the design. So I'm still working on the design. It's very close to being finished, but every time I look at it, there's something else I want to change. It never ends. So it's like every time, like I'm almost afraid to print it because I'm like, I know I'm going to see something. As soon as it gets printed, then I would be like, hey, you should have done this.
You ever like have sorry, my last question, but you thought about
That's what I've been doing. Oh, yeah, I get a lot of very positive critique.
the conversation we had, you a lot. You overanalyze.
Oh yeah.
Because now this is your baby, this is your artwork, and it's hard to keep it.
Oh yeah, I obsess about it. I overthink it. It keeps it like not like a stress keeping me up at night, but it's like I never run out of ideas. I just can't get them out of me quick enough.
Like that's what real entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like if you're like the things that keep you up or how can I do this or what can I simplify or like that's how like I don't think that's ever gonna stop.
No, it's not like it did. Whatever conscious voice that tells me ideas, it just doesn't shut up, and it's annoying.
Yeah, no.
Annoying but great at the same time. Yeah. It's definitely the reason we made it this far.
And you'll continue to grow.
Of course.
100%.
I have no reason why I wouldn't keep going. I love my drink. Everyone that I've given it to has loved the drink. And No reason for me to stop.
So come over, grab a drink. Anytime, we'll keep some here for people who want to stop by.
Flash on by a couple cases. We do real estate events, and I mean, we're always looking for new ways to collaborate with people, and so we always bring drinks and beverages, so that people not just to have your drinks.
Oh yeah, no, I would be happy to supply that right there. I had plenty of them around.
Obviously, but
Yeah. Also, bring the drinks, but you can say it's all right.
But for real, Walker, I appreciate you for taking the time. I mean, I know you're super busy guys. Hey, you honestly,
Thank you for taking the time to come in. Of course. Thank you for having me.
for the real.
we're always welcome.
You guys go to EKKOEnergyDrinks.com.
The link
get
below.
drinks. Yeah, Timmy will put a link in
Right now.
for all the comments.
Come on.
And the episode will be streaming live on our Spotify tomorrow. Again, thanks, bro. Thanks again, and episode 3 comes soon in the new office and the new podcast. Later, guys.